What's up, folks? David Soto Jr. here, coming to you from Page, Arizona. I was writing an article and I decided I'm going to publish it. And I started accompanying my articles with videos, so I stepped out to the van and making this video now. So what my article is about, it's kind of all over the place, but everything's starting to make sense to me. Like all these things from all these different angles are pointing to one thing. So what I talk about is what I call my 2-year theory. And I think that everything of any significance in your life, if you want to achieve it, will take 2 years. Now, the reason I say this, there's a couple of reasons. One is it's realistic, right? Let's get real. We want to learn a language. We want to make $100,000 a year. We want to save up a down payment for a house. We want to buy a car cash. Self-help improvements too, like we want to lose weight. We want to change a certain behavior we don't like. We want to gain 20 pounds of muscle. You have to set a realistic deadline, or else you're going to get discouraged. So if you want to lose 50 pounds in a month, it's kind of not possible, and it's definitely unhealthy. And when it doesn't happen, a lot of people tend to, and when I say a lot of people, I mean me, tend to give up. Fuck it. Forget it. It's not worth it. It's never going to work. It's never going to happen. So I'll give you an example. I did a 45-day of ketogenic challenge, right? Where I ate, basically, I did not eat carbs, sugar, bread, flour, any of that for 45 days. And I made a statement right from the very beginning that it wasn't to lose weight. It was to feel better. And I did feel better, a lot better. In fact, yesterday I was feeling pretty poorly, and I think it's because I ate some sweets a couple days prior and pizza. This whole weekend, I'm not gonna get the whole weekend carb eating thing is not really working out for me. Anyways, so 45 days, and I happened to come across a scale, and then I got my tape measure out, and I didn't see any significant change in my body composition. Now, my goal wasn't to do that, but let's face it, it's definitely a benefit. When you go low carb for 45 days, majority of people are going to see some significant changes. I'll give you this. I saw minor changes. In fact, I've even dropped down another pant size, because none of the pants I have now fit, and when I tighten my belt, they look ridiculously bunched up together. So maybe I did, but I didn't break any. I'm like, this is the first time I'm gonna go 45 days straight without carbs. I'm going to break some new boundaries. I'm gonna hit a new weight that I've never hit before. Maybe get around, get under 230 for the first time in my adult life. And I remember when it was all over, I found a scale. The scale didn't really, I had clothes on. It wasn't my scale, but I got the tape measure out, and the tape measure was good. It was a good measure. I think I measured like 36, which is good for my whole life, but it was not like groundbreaking. First time I ever hit a number on my waist measurement. Anyways, my whole point is that I kind of threw up my hands and was like, 45 days didn't work. Oh well. And I didn't apply my own rule. Like, if I really want to achieve, let's say I want to lose my love handles altogether, and I want to get like a 34-inch waist, right? I want the measurement of my gut to be the same as my waistband, right? Whatever those numbers are, I want them to be the same, whether it's 34 and 34 or 32 and 32, or I don't know. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. But if I really want that, I have to give it a 2-year timeline. And so 45 days is not enough. And it makes me say, forget it, forget it. All right. Um, Another thing about having a 2-year deadline is it's giving you patience. It's giving you, making you look at realistic steps, right? Like, can I lose 100 pounds? Oh my God, it's 100 pounds. It's so much weight to lose. But then think about it is, what if we lose 2 pounds a month? We lose 2 pounds a month. What if we lose 2 pounds a week? 2 pounds a week, right? I should do some math. That's 52 weeks a year, blah, blah, blah. Okay, 2 pounds a week. If we do 2 pounds a week, that we're looking at in 2 years, that's 100 pounds in 2 years. 2 pounds a week is easy. But you don't look at it. You don't look at it like that. You look at it like, I only lost 2 pounds, I want to lose 100. If you set daily or weekly or yearly goals, depending on how long your goal is, you achieve. And you achieve those little goals, you'll get there. And this is my problem, right? Somebody's asked me, like, or mentioned, like, I can't imagine writing a novel. It's just so much. Yeah, it's 90,000 words minimum. Minimum. A novel is 90,000 words minimum. And if you sit down and write 90,000 words, forget about it. It's not going to happen. But if you write 1,000 words a day, I'm trying to do the math. Even if you write 500 words a day, 500 words is a newspaper article, right? 500 words a day will get you 2 books in a year. In a year's time, it'll get you 2 books. My point is baby steps. You remember what about Bob? Baby steps. A word I learned recently is incrementalism. And that's the approach that, this is for me. I put this out there because I hope that it can help people, but this is for me. I need incrementalism in my life. I need to pick a goal, right? I don't even know what. I have a lot of what I want, right? Let's say I want to buy a new van, and it's going to cost me $15,000. I want $15,000. If I give myself 2 years and we break that down, that's like $500 a month that I need to come up with and save. $500 a month. I give myself 2 years, I can do that, right? Let's see. 24. Let's see, I'm going to show you how I do math. 500, that's 2 months to make 1,000. I need 15,000, that's 30 months. See how weird that is? Anyways, so I'll say 550 a month to buy a $15,000. It seems more realistic when you break things down. One more example I'm going to give you is when you have a long-term goal and you look at the end, it's like, there's no way. I mentioned the incline in my article, the Manitou incline. When you look up, it is a more elevation climb than if you were to walk the stairs of the Empire State Building. If you stand there and you look up and like, there's no way you can do this, or at least this is gonna suck, right? Maybe I can do it, but this is gonna suck. But if you look down and you see that first step, and you take it, that's one step. And you take another one, you look at it, and you take another one, and you take another one, and you take another one. And you kind of look down and you take these little goals, these little steps, one at a time. 2,700 steps later, you're at the top. And you can turn around and you can see almost all of Colorado Springs. Baby steps, baby steps. Okay, so I hope I made my point clear. If you really want to have a goal, yes, you can get it done in 6 months. Yes, you can get it done in a year. but set your goal for 2 years. Because if you achieve it in less than 2 years, great, great. You know, but I don't know if that's such a good idea. Sometimes, because I paid off $50,000 in debt in 5 months with a partner I was with at the time, and that was so stressful. It and it didn't even give me this big sense of oh, like this. Oh, I'm debt free, like on Dave Ramsey. Yeah. It didn't happen. Like I went through all this stress of working my ass off and hustling and tightening our belt and pinching pennies and putting a lot of stress on our relationship. I went through all that for no reason. If I'd have set a 2 year deadline, by now, I would have been out of debt already a year. If I had just been patient and set it for 2 years instead of ASAP, right? ASAP, we wouldn't have gone through all that stress. And at this very point in my life, I would be debt free anyways, and no extra stress. I'm impatient. I want things to be done right away. I don't want to wait. This is a sign of immaturity, and I need to work on that. Anyways, that's it. This is going to be in a blog post, and I will put the blog post link here, and you can check it out if you'd like to read. Other than that, that's all I got today. Buddy. All right. Thanks, folks.